My name is Janelle Goins. I am a doctor of pharmacy, and I work at Gilead Sciences as a patient engagement lead, focusing in on oncology. The role that I play in clinical trials is really working to ensure that we are including the patient voice into the clinical trial development process, and also working to ensure that we are developing tactics to help improve diversity and inclusion into our clinical trials. And it's really important for our clinical trials to be representative of the population that is most affected by certain diseases. So for example, for triple negative breast cancer, Black women are disproportionately affected. And so it's critical that our trials then reflect diversity and include Black women so that we can also see how the medication works in that patient population as well. There are many barriers as to why underrepresented populations do not participate in clinical trials. Some of it is related to trust issues, also access. Many times they are not asked to participate in clinical trials as much as other patient populations. Also, there may be logistical challenges as far as getting to the number of clinic visits that may be needed for the clinical trials. And so it really is important that industry works to help address these barriers as far as trust and access, and helping to ensure that underrepresented populations do have access to enroll in our clinical trials and are able to retain in our clinical trials once they are enrolled. So what I'm doing means so much to me because I have always had a passion for science. I always excelled at it in school, but always wanted to serve people. And so that's why I went into my career of being a pharmacist, and really wanted to be able to give back to patients. And as a breast cancer survivor myself, it really has come full circle in being able to work in oncology and work with advocates and work with patients and increase awareness about the importance of clinical trials and increasing diverse recruitment so that more women can have access to potentially life-changing and life-prolonging therapies. So some of the innovation that we're seeing around clinical trial definitely escalated in light of COVID is how do we decentralize clinical trials more, which means where patients don't always have to come to the academic institution for their visits. How can we potentially use telemedicine? How can we bring some of the visits, potentially to their home and to make them more logistically friendly, which we believe will help increase enrollment and retention in clinical trials. And I think that we will continue to see further innovation around decentralizing clinical trials.